Let me ask you something. Why is it that some people, when they face failure, completely shut down and give up, while others seem to bounce back stronger, like failure is just fuel for their fire? Why does one kid struggle with math, say, "I'm just not good at this," and stop trying, while another kid keeps practicing until they actually get it? It almost feels like some people are just born with this unshakable confidence, right? But here's the secret. They're not. The difference isn't talent. It isn't intelligence. It isn't even luck. The difference is something much deeper, something invisible: your mindset. Today we're diving into Carol Dweck's groundbreaking book, Mindset: The New Psychology of Success. And trust me, if you stick with me until the end, you'll understand how the way you think about your abilities can literally unlock or completely block your true potential. So stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll not only know the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, you'll know how to start rewiring your brain for success, starting right now. All right, let's start with the basics. Carol Dweck identifies two core mindsets that shape how we see ourselves and how we approach challenges: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your abilities are set in stone. You're either smart or you're not. You're athletic or you're not. You're talented or you're not. Period. People with a fixed mindset avoid challenges because they don't want to look stupid. They hate making mistakes because mistakes feel like proof that they're not good enough. On the flip side, the growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed. Intelligence, skill, talent, these aren't static traits, they're muscles that can grow with effort, strategy, and persistence. Here's an example. Imagine two students both failing a math test. The fixed mindset student says, "I'm just not a math person. I suck at this. Why bother?" The growth mindset student says, "Okay, I didn't do well, but I can study harder, ask for help, and figure this out." Same failure, completely different response. And over time, those responses create completely different lives. So here's my first little challenge for you. Which mindset do you think you lean toward right now? Fixed or growth? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. Now, this isn't just motivational talk. Carol Dweck backed this up with decades of research. One of her most famous studies was with kids in elementary school. She gave them puzzles to solve. Some kids were praised for being smart. Others were praised for working hard. Guess what happened? The kids praised for being smart, classic fixed mindset, actually started avoiding harder puzzles. They didn't want to look dumb. But the kids praised for effort, the growth mindset kids, started picking harder and harder puzzles. They wanted the challenge. They saw it as a chance to get better. This blew people's minds because it showed that the way we talk about ability actually shapes whether people grow or stay stuck. Think about that for a second. A single sentence, "Wow, you're so smart," versus "Wow, you worked so hard," can literally steer someone toward fear or toward growth. Now ask yourself, when you talk to yourself after a mistake, are you reinforcing a fixed mindset or a growth one? So why does mindset matter so much? Because it changes how you respond to life's inevitable challenges. If you're in a fixed mindset, every obstacle feels like a threat. Every failure feels permanent. Criticism feels like an attack on your identity. And so you stop trying. You play it safe. You stay in your comfort zone. But with a growth mindset, challenges feel like opportunities. Failure is feedback. Criticism is a tool, not a weapon. Instead of running from hard things, you lean into them, because that's where growth happens. Here's a real-world story. Thomas Edison. The guy famously said, "I haven't failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's pure growth mindset. If Edison had a fixed mindset, we'd probably still be sitting in the dark. Or think about Michael Jordan. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine if he said, well, guess I'm just not good enough. No NBA championships, no global icon. But instead, he used that failure as fuel to practice harder than anyone else. See the pattern? Growth mindset isn't about being positive all the time. It's about refusing to let failure define you. Let's dig into some more examples because stories stick. Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team, became the greatest player of all time. Steve Jobs, fired from Apple, the company he founded, came back years later and built the iPhone, iPad, iTunes, the products that redefined entire industries. J.K. Rowling, rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These people didn't succeed because they never failed. They succeeded because failure didn't stop them. Now, you don't have to be Michael Jordan or Steve Jobs for this to matter. Growth mindset applies to everyday life too. A college student improving their grades by studying smarter. An employee learning new skills to get promoted. A parent modeling persistence for their kids. Big or small, the principle is the same. Growth mindset transforms potential into reality. Now here's the part you've been waiting for. How do you actually build a growth mindset? Carol Dweck gives us some powerful strategies, and I'm going to break them down for you. 1. Embrace challenges. Instead of running from hard things, lean into them. Remind yourself, this is where I grow. 2. Change your self-talk. Stop saying, I can't do this. Start saying, I can't do this yet. That one word, yet, opens the door to growth. 3. Value effort over talent. Talent might open the door, but effort keeps you in the room. Hard work and practice beat natural ability over time. 4. Learn from criticism. Don't take feedback personally. Ask, what can I take from this to improve? And 5. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Did you get 1% better today? That's a win. Small steps compound into massive change. Now imagine if you applied just one of these every single day for the next 6 months. Where would you be? But wait, let's be real. There are traps. One of the biggest is what Dweck calls the false growth mindset. This is when we say we believe in growth, but deep down we still avoid failure, still take criticism personally, still cling to comfort zones. It's easy to post motivational quotes on Instagram. It's much harder to actually live them when you're staring at rejection, or you bombed that presentation, or your business idea flopped. So here's the truth. Growth mindset isn't about pretending failure doesn't hurt. It does. The key is not letting that pain stop you. Feel it, and then keep moving forward. All right, here's your challenge. Tonight, grab a piece of paper. Write down 3 fixed mindset thoughts you've caught yourself saying. For example, I'll never be good at public speaking. I just don't have a creative side. Math isn't for me. Now, rewrite them as growth mindset statements. I'm nervous about public speaking, but I can improve with practice. I haven't explored my creative side yet, but I can start small. Math is tough, but I can get better by breaking it into steps. And then drop one of your rewrites in the comments. I'd love to see what you come up with. So let's wrap this up. Mindset says abilities are fixed. Growth mindset says they can grow. Failure isn't proof you're not good enough. It's proof you're learning. Every challenge is a choice. Do you see it as a wall or as a ladder? Carol Dweck sums it up perfectly. Becoming is better than being. You don't have to be the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented right now. What matters is that you're becoming better than you were yesterday. So my challenge to you, adopt the growth mindset this week. Try one of the tools we talked about, and let me know in the comments, what fixed mindset thought are you gonna flip? And if you found this video helpful, hit like, Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most powerful books. And remember, your potential is unlimited if you believe it can grow.